Hey guys, let's talk about impulse and momentum a little bit more here with a little example. Let's say with everything shut down, everyone's looking for something to do. So Emily Tony gets a job working for Uber Eats. And so does Emily Schmitz here. And so they're each in their cars. We'll pretend these cars have identical masses. And they're driving off down the road in order to deliver some of their food. Let's say as they're driving along, we'll pretend they're moving right now, they're going identical speeds, identical masses, identical speeds. Then, we didn't know this, but in the middle of the night, Griffin May, who was upset because he didn't get the job, he cut the brakes on each of these cars. So as they're driving along, Emily Tony all of a sudden is like, uh-oh, no brakes. And Emily Schmitz is like, uh-oh, no brakes. So, what does Emily Schmitz see? She sees a hay bale in a field, and so she drives into the hay bale and stops. And then here, Emily Tony's driving along, and she's like, uh-oh, what do I do? She's like, uh-oh, brick wall. I'll use that to stop. So she drives along, boom, and hits the brick wall. So here is the question. One person hit the hay bale, we'll say. One person hit the brick wall. Identical masses in these cars. They were going identical speeds. So how do their initial momentums before the collision compare? They'd be the same, right? Same mass, same speed. How do their final momentums compare? Well, they both came to a rest, so they have the same final momentums. How do their changes in momentum compare? Well, they had the same initial, same final, so they all have the same change. How do their impulses compare? Don't let the inflection of my voice confuse you. Remember, very important for this chapter, that impulse is equal to change in momentum. So same change in momentum means same impulse. So what's the difference? We get that this situation is better than this. So here's a question that matters. Remember what impulse is. Impulse is force times time. So which one of these had the greater amount of time to stop? This one took longer to stop. It has a greater time. This one has a shorter time, but the same amount of impulse. So that means this one must have a small time and a big force. This one has a big time and a small force, and this one has a small time and a big force.